I have a question for you about the Beatles. How long were they together for? Two significant dates are definite contenders for bookends to the remarkable career of these four young men. This is the first time the Beatles were recorded, not at EMI Studios, but live at the Cavern August 22nd, 1962, and it's just days after Ringo officially joined the band. Fast forward exactly 7 years to August 22nd, 1969. The Beatles have just finished their swan song, Abbey Road, all four attending a mixing session 2 days prior, and they appeared together for the last time as Beatles in this photo session. This is it. This is their last creative act, their last presentation, their last bow. Individually, some Beatles will drop into the studio to perform overdubs on the Let It Be, and three meet to reprise George's I Me Mine. They will also make their respective Christmas record contributions for the Beatles fan club. But the Beatles as a collective unit are over after 7 years.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
The length of a biblical cycle, or the time it takes for every cell in the human body to renew. Is there something special about the number 7? Of course, you could say the Beatles' imperial phase didn't begin until the release of their first #1 record, From Me to You, in April 1963. But going that route, you'd have to say it doesn't end until the release of Let It Be in April 1970.
Let it be.
For avoidance of doubt, that's 7 years.
All good children go to heaven.
Also, look at Pink Floyd. Their imperial phase begins when they tour the Dark Side of the Moon before they record the album, which is a weird way of doing things, but anyway, that's 1972, and they are done by 1979.
Leaving just a memory.
After which we get a de facto Waters solo album few people talk about, and then Waters leaves and Pink Floyd becomes something else. That run of albums from Dark Side to the Wall is most certainly their imperial phase. Again, 7 years. The Peter Gabriel Genesis recorded their first album in August 1968 and then toured their best album, The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, in 1975. Peter Gabriel put out a statement he was leaving the band in August, 7 years after they recorded their first album. The imperial phase of the supergroup Abba begins with them winning the Eurovision Song Contest with the song Waterloo in 1974, and ends with the release of their last album, The Visitors, in 1981. That's 7 years. The Rolling Stones from 1964, when they followed the Beatles into America, up to 1971, when they recorded the bulk of their masterpiece Exile on Main Street. 7 years. After that, decline. Ditto for the Kinks from You Really Got Me to Lola, and Muswell Hillbillies, often hailed as their last great record, in 1971. So there it is. Sometimes 7 years is an imperial phase. Sometimes it is the lifespan of an imperial band. Either way, 7 is a pivotal number that looms large in the history of supergroups. I call it the law of imperial phases. When a band crystallizes creatively, the intensity lasts 7 years before decline or transformation.